the meeting to order, and we'll start with our pledge of allegiance to invocation by pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, as we gather for this meeting, may we be guided by your love and your presence of your Spirit. Please bless the volunteers in our community and their willingness to serve others. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay. We have Mr. Garza is going to one of the volunteers.
Mayor, City Council, good afternoon. As you all are well aware of, on May the 31st at about 11 p.m., we had a big storm that hit our community, especially in the south side, the area of Madero, the area of Chimney Park, and the neighboring community of the city of Naranjeno. And, you know, it's a great blessing to be able to depend on a lot of good people, a lot of volunteers, a lot of agencies that were willing to go up in the front line and be able to serve the community that got really affected. And that night, we were able to not only remove victims of the storm away from danger, but at the same time, early morning hours, we were able to mobilize a lot of people that played a huge role. And by that I mean, you know, all the utility companies that need to go out there to be able to move forward and clean up the area, bringing power back together like AEP, all the law enforcement agencies that were able to mobilize and be able to help out through this help that we actually needed out there in the South Mission. And so today we really want to recognize the volunteers. The volunteers that put in a lot of work. You had, you know, the Red Cross that participated in the in that area as well. We had the Salvation Army who participated with food, water, a lot of other efforts, and at the same time, volunteers such as HEB who provided not only time but also resources and goods to be able to give back to the community. So, you know, even this past weekend, the City of Mission was still out there in Naranjeno trying to help the community out. So, with that in mind, I'm going to ask Ms. Edma to step up here and help me recognize some of the volunteers that we have here today.
If you will, I'd like to give a hand up, and I know they want to picture with council, and I'll just acknowledge who's here. Our partner, HEB, was a critical partner for us, as Mr. Garza alluded to. They were very quick to respond, and at the minute we said we need your help, they said, what do you need from us? And still, through the process, as we went into days into this, they'd call us and check to see what else we needed. We only made that one initial call, and then they were on us, day and night. What do you need? What do you need? What else can we provide? And it makes us really proud to be able to call HEB a strong partner with the Community of Mission. And here today we've got Dan Martin and Albert Dundu. With the Salvation Army, they prepared our meals, and this was truly a tireless army, I should say, because they were out there. We fed 1,000 meals a day that were prepared by them, and so we did this, I don't know, was it 3 days or 4 days? But that was definitely a lot of meals that prepared. And still today, Maggie said, Ida, we've got some more help for you, so please see me tomorrow. Here today we've got Maggie Peña, Juan Mares, and Eloisa Montemayor. Our local partner also picked up the phone. He could not be with us today, but he did send a representative, was Boyd's Supermarket. He also called on to the City of Mission and said, how can we help? And we were delighted to be able to receive some donations from them. So please help me welcome, let me see right here, Ramiro Rodriguez from Boyd's. We have Herbalife, Team Mandy, Mandy Borrego and her team, Desiree and Daniel Torres, Catherine Hernandez. They were out there a couple of days making sure that our community of Madero had food. They were out in the golf carts accompanied by city staff delivering actually home prepared or prepared meals to the homes of the elderly. So Herbalife, Team Andy. And these little youngsters, they were helping too. They were putting the cookies and the snacks into the bags and also the cutlery, so they were helping. Another team that provided volunteers for the meal preparation was the Rotary Club of Mission, and I'd like to invite Laura Villarreal and Lupita Ramirez up here. Laura Villarreal also is representing Texas Regional Bank, and they made a contribution as well of beverages for all the volunteers and the families out there, so thank you. Mr. Carlos Garcia of SAMS also picked up the phone and called us and says, how can we help? Mission is my community and I want to make sure and contribute and help as much as I can. Here representing the American Red Cross is Mr. Arnold Pedraza, and they were instrumental in setting up a shelter alongside with the City of Mission, so congratulations for your help. And last but not least, a very important partner to the City of Mission is the AEP team. I know they received hundreds and hundreds of phone calls, and we probably burned through those lines ourselves because we wanted to make sure that we had answers for the community of Madero. And so here with us today we've got Mr. Lee Jones, Mr. Eladio Jaimes, and Mr. Roque Martinez.
Again, we want to thank all the sponsors and all the volunteers that helped out throughout the storm. We're still out there helping the community. At the same time, we want to thank the dozens of people that actually came out from the actual community, from Ajeno, from Madero. The people that were affected actually came out and helped neighbors as well, helping each other. So it's great to see those efforts. I want to ask if we can just group up by each organization. We'll go back here and we'll go and take a picture with the council. Again, thank you for your help.
That concludes the presentation, and we appreciate everything all the volunteers did for us from the bottom of our hearts. It was a good support that we hadn't seen before. Next item will be the report of the Mission Chamber of Commerce. Rutledge, I thought you were in San Antonio. Thank you.
Schedule changes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
On Tuesday, May 31st, the Chamber implemented its new networking event called Leads Over Lunch. This event was free to members and encouraged them to promote their business, meet members of the Chamber and community, and make connections. We asked the 70-plus participants to prepare a 90-second pitch for their business, bring plenty of cards, and join us for lunch. This event was such a huge success that we've received such excellent feedback that we are planning on doing these quarterly. Security First Credit Union recently sponsored our business networking event, the Business After Hours Mixer. It was well attended and everyone had a great time networking as well. The next morning, we held our monthly coffee connections at Jitters Coffee Bar. Arte Suave Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was the sponsor. On Wednesday, June 8th, we held a ribbon cutting for Mission Family Mobile Home Park at 10:30 a.m. They were located at 930 West Expressway 83. Special thanks to our mayor for being there and attending and showing your support. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
The next day, we had another ribbon cutting for Home Strips Bakery and Cafe at 600 North Sherry Road, Suite A. Thursday, June 16th, we invite everyone to join us at the Coffee Artista ribbon cutting. They're located next to Shaw Eye Center at 1506 East Griffin Parkway, Suite C. The Chamber just recently were given approval for a new nonprofit that we started called Mission Prosperity Ventures Incorporated. We're holding our first big summer event, which is our Chef's Barbecue Throwdown and Car Show. Through this event, we will provide $1,000 scholarships for each high school from MCISD and Sherryland ISD. The students who qualify plan to further their education by participating in any of the E-STEAM programs.
Yes,
that would include entrepreneurship, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. This free event is a unique version of a classic event. We're grabbing some of the most talented chefs and cooks from great restaurants across the valley, bringing them to Mission and telling them to get behind a pit and produce the best barbecue. We're selling $15 wristbands to taste samples from each cooking team, and we encourage attendees to order those before the event by contacting the Chamber or going to our website. If you're interested in participating as a cooking team, food vendor, market vendor, vehicle entry, or sponsor for the event, please contact the Greater Mission Chamber of Commerce at 956-585-2727. That's it for now. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have our department reports are in your packet. If you have any questions on any of those reports, don't hesitate to ask right now. If not, we'd like to have a motion to approve the reports as they are.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the reports. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries. We go on to citizens' participation. Do we have anybody from the audience that would like to address the council? Hollis, do you have anything for us? Chief? If not, we'll go on to our next item, which is public hearings, and we'll go on to our first 1.1A.
Good afternoon, Mayor and City Council. Item 1.1A is a public hearing. This is for a conditional use permit for a drive-through service window at Snowball Express. The physical address is 1712 West Griffin Parkway, and this is Lot 22, Block 4, Oakwood Estates subdivision. The current zoning is C3 General Business District, and the applicant is Elgin Javier. And this would require the adoption of an ordinance if the council is inclined to approve this conditional use permit. On May 25th of 2016, the Planning and Zoning Commission held a public hearing to consider this conditional use permit request. The property is located approximately 64 feet west of Christie Lane along the north side of Griffin Parkway. There was no public opposition at the Planning Commission meeting. The Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of this conditional use permit for 3 years. Staff is recommending approval for 3 years, as is our city manager. This is a public hearing. This matter is now before you, Mayor.
Anybody in favor or against this request? Anybody in favor or against? If not, we'll ask that we go ahead and accept the recommendation and approve ordinance 4360.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
We have motion and second to go ahead and approve the conditional use permit and also ordinance 4360. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries. Item B.
Thank you, Mayor. Item 1.1B is a public hearing for a conditional use permit. This is also for a drive-through service window, and this is for proposed restaurant, El Puerto Mexican Restaurant, located, the physical address would be 3221 North Conway Avenue. This is a 1.15 acre tract of land out of Lot 30, Bellwoods Company C subdivision. The zoning is C3, and the applicant is Raul Gonzalez. This would require the adoption of an ordinance if the council is inclined to approve it. This is an existing business in Roma, and this gentleman purchased this property, and he's wanting to open a business up here in Mission. On May 22nd, 2016, the Planning and Zoning Commission held a public hearing to consider this conditional use permit request. The property is located along the west side of Conway Boulevard, approximately 500 feet north of Mile 2 Road. There was no public opposition during the Planning Commission's meeting. The board unanimously recommended approval of the conditional use permit for the drive-through window for 1 year. Staff is recommending approval for 1 year, as is our city manager. This is a conditional use permit. This matter is now before you.
Anybody in favor or against this request? Anybody in favor or against? If not, the motion is to go ahead and
So move, Mayor.
approve ordinance 4361. We do have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries. Item C.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Item 1.1C is a public hearing. This is for a conditional use permit for the sale and on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages at Clarion Inn and Suites, located at 3700 Plantation Grove Boulevard, Lot 2, Sherryland Plantation Grove Hotel and Bungalow. And this is within the plan unit development of the Sherryland Plantation. The applicant is Clarion Inn and Suites, and this would require the adoption of an ordinance and for the property to be wet zone if the council is inclined to approve it. We did receive one letter in opposition. It's on page 61 of your packets, and that was one letter, so just to note that. On April 27 of 2016, the Planning and Zoning Commission held a public hearing to consider this conditional use permit. The property is located at the southwest corner of Plantation Grove Boulevard and Santa Lorena. The board unanimously recommended approval for 1 year. Staff is recommending approval for 1 year, as is our city manager. The food and alcohol will only be sold to guests of the hotel only. It will not be open to the public. And there's an email on page 60 for your review. This is a public hearing. This matter is now before you.
Anybody in favor or against this request? Anybody in favor or against this request? If not, we'll accept the ordinance 4361.
Move to approve.
62, I'm sorry.
Second.
And
62 and 63.
62 and 4362 and 63.
Move to approve, Mayor.
Second.
A motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor.
Disposition of the minutes, we had a meeting that we have to approve on May the 23rd.
I move for
City
approval.
Council, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Against, motion carries. We need to acknowledge the minutes that we had for the Mission Civil Service Commission, the Planning and Zoning on May the 3rd and May the 11th, and then the Mission Redevelopment Authority on April the 26th, the Mission Tax Increment Investment Zone on April the 26th, and
That's it. So
Those-
moved, Mayor.
those would be it. We have a motion and a second to go ahead and acknowledge the minutes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries. We also have, go on to the approval of and authorizations of some projects. We'll go on to item 4.1.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Item 4.1 is an agenda item to authorize staff to contract with third parties through the bidding process for the purpose of, 1, abating nuisances pursuant to Article 2 of the Code of Ordinances, captioned weedy lots, unsanitary, unsightly conditions on private property, and, or number 2, cutting and removing all weeds, trash, and brush from all city properties, easements, and right-of-way, and any other properties over which the city has dominion and control, and otherwise maintaining same in a neat and clean condition. Staff is seeking authorization to solicit bids for conducting weedy lot abatement. Services will include also supervision, labor, materials, supplies, tools, and equipment necessary for the cleaning and clearing, loading and disposal of all trash, debris, rubbish, and organic debris, municipal solid waste, special waste and tires, and the contract will mow all grasses, weeds, and underbrush. We have in the budget $50,000 that has been allocated, and staff is recommending authorization to solicit for bids. And as you can see in our routing sheet, we do have our finance director, Angie Vela, and our purchasing director, Eduardo Belmares, in concurrence with this, and our city manager recommending approval as well. This matter is now before you.
Okay, so there we have it. Authorizing our staff to go ahead and contract with the third parties.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and second to go ahead and approve the contracts. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Against, motion carries. 4.2,
Thank you, Mayor. City Council, item 4.2 is approval of resolution to add honorary name of Jose R. Perez on Slayball Avenue from Tom Landry Boulevard to U.S. Business Highway 83. Staff has received two written requests, one from Catholic War Veterans Post 1065 dated May 11, 2016, and another from the Mission Volunteer Firefighters dated June 6, 2016. Both organizations request that the Mission City Council consider adding the honorary name of Jose R. Perez on Slayball Avenue between Tom Landry to U.S. Business Highway 83, being near the Catholic War Veterans Post 1065 and the Mission Central Fire Station. As you can see in the routing, we have our chief of our fire chief, Rene Lopez, our police chief, Robert Dominguez, and our public works director, Roberto Salinas, all in accordance as our city manager as well recommending approval. And I would like to read the resolution, if I may, Mayor. You could see the attachments of the letters that we received. The resolution reads as such. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Mission, Texas, authorizing and supporting the honorary naming of Jose R. Lopez on the east side of Catholic War Veterans Post 1065 and Slayball Avenue from Tom Landry Boulevard to U.S. Business Highway 83. Whereas Jose R. Perez was born on January 23, 1941 in San Jose Ranch near San Isidro, and passed away peacefully in his home in McAllen, Texas on October 17, 2014. He was the son of Leonardo and Benita T. Perez, and whereas Mr. Perez served the citizens of the United States and the city of Mission, Texas in the U.S. Army from 1964 to 1966. He was an active member and past commander and past state and national officer of the Catholic War Veterans Post 1065. Mr. Perez also was an active member and past commander of the American Legion Post 93 in Mission, Texas, and the past commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 3895 in La Joya, Texas. And whereas Jose R. Perez served as a Mission volunteer firefighter for 39 years. During this time, Mr. Perez was committed to ensuring that the citizens of Mission and the surrounding areas were provided with fire protection too. And whereas throughout his life and his tenure at the Mission Fire Department, Jose R. Perez worked steadfastly to increase membership, fire prevention awareness, and he provided essential feedback on policies and procedures that were developed and implemented for the betterment of the department. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Mission authorizes and supports the dedication of the east side of Catholic War Veterans Post 1065 and Slayball Avenue from Tom Landry Boulevard to U.S. Business Highway 83, read, considered, and approved on this, the 13th day of June 2016, signed Honorable Mayor Norberto Beto Salinas.
I move that we approve the resolution as read.
Second.
Second.
resolution is 1456. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor.
4.3. Lopez.
Good evening, good afternoon, Mayor, City Council. I'm here coming for you to approve the amendment number 1 for the interlocal agreement between the City of Mission and the Hidalgo County, Texas Rural Emergency Service Exhibit C, City of Mission Fire Department map. We signed this agreement back in January, and there were some discrepancies that we brought up with the county saying, hey, for example, if you notice Exhibit C, they had left out city limits of Mission. That section to the southwest corner is actually Mission city limits. They still had it as a county jurisdiction. So we had to change that legally. Also, There were some other discrepancies that were brought up. The amendment number 1 to the interlocal agreement by and between the City of Mission and the Hidalgo County of Texas is entered into between the parties between the 26th of April 2016. Whereas City of Mission and Hidalgo entered into an interlocal agreement effective January 1st, 2016, in which the City of Mission agreed to provide rural emergency services for the Hidalgo County. The agreement. Whereas the party's desire to amend the agreement is hereinafter provided. Whereas due to need to replace Exhibit C, Fire District Map, the parties now desire to amend the interlocal agreement to denote the current exhibit. Now, therefore, and in consideration of the terms and provisions set forth herein, for other good and valuable consideration, the receipt and sufficiency of which and hereby not acknowledged, Hidalgo and the City of Mission hereby agree to the following amendment to further modify and correct Exhibit C as set forth below. And like I described, Exhibit C was that map in Southwest Mission that they left out. Well, it's actually City Limits of Mission.
That's cool. Okay.
Also, paragraph 3.3 is hereby deleted in its entirety and replaced by the following substitute in lieu thereof of where modified. Entity hereby agrees to seek authorization from the county fire marshal prior to responding to a call outside the rural response district geographical area as delineated in Exhibit C. Unless authorized by the county fire marshal, entity and/or rural response district shall not be reimbursed for services rendered outside their designated geographical area. That was part of the contract, and all it describes is the fact that if we respond to another city's rural jurisdiction, we will not be compensated unless the county fire marshal says, yes, respond.
Okay, so this is a new, we have a new addition on the responsibility.
It's more of a replacement. They kind of left it out accidentally.
Okay.
Paragraph 4.24 is hereby deleted in its entirety, replaced by the following substitute in lieu therefore of where modified. C, shall determine if a rural response district may respond to a call outside the rural response district geographical area as delineated by depicted in Exhibit C. Same thing. The fire marshal is the one determining whether we should respond to an area outside our county jurisdiction.
Okay, so we do need a motion to approve the amendments.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and second to approve the amendments and the interlocal agreement between the City of Mission and the Hidalgo County, Texas. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. 4.4, Mr. Bermares.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Council. Bring before you item 4.4, seeking authorization to declare items on attached list as surplus and auction via GovDeals. Staff is seeking approval to declare attached list of items as surplus. Items have been acquired by the city over the years through purchase, contribution, donation assignment, and confiscation. All items have been determined by department directors to be of no use to the city. Surplus items are to be sold by way of GovDeals online auction via buy board contract number 383-11. Staff's recommendation is to approve the declared list of items as surplus and auction off.
We
I move for approval.
have a motion and a second to go ahead and authorize and declare surplus, declare them surplus and also authorize for the auction. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries.
Thank you.
Chief Dominguez. Hello, did you get it taken care of?
Mayor and City Council, the City of Mission Police Department is requesting authorization to submit the 2016 COPS Hiring Program Grant application to the U.S. Department of Justice, Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services in Washington, D.C. The program allows the hiring of police officers where the program pays 75% of the officer's salary and is matched by the city at 25% throughout the tenure of the 3-year grant. The City of Mission is requesting 8 officers on the grant. The city is also, if awarded the grant, will be required to maintain the positions for 1 additional year at 100% expense to the city. The Mission Police Department, under the policies and procedures for our state drug forfeiture account, would supply the first year 25% match that is required by the grant. Again, we're requesting authorization to submit the grant to the COPS office in Washington.
So move, Mayor.
Approval. Second.
We do have a motion, a second, to authorize and to submit for the fiscal year 2016 the COPS hiring program. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Yes, motion carries. Hopefully you can get the approved. 4.6,
Mayor, City Council, good afternoon. At this time, we're requesting to amend ordinance 4275. This ordinance was approved back in September of 2015 during the budget process. At that time, after the Civil Service Commission had approved the classified positions, which are lieutenant, sergeant, corporal, and patrolman for the police department, the City Council approved 122 positions. So at this time, we'd like to amend that ordinance by adding an additional 3 positions to the position of patrolman. So the new numbers, if approved, would be the lieutenants would remain at 4, sergeants would remain at 8, corporals would remain at 9. The patrolman's position with the amendment of the ordinance would go from 122 to 125. And then the 2 assistant chiefs, his division would increase to 149. So at this time, we're requesting to approve the ordinance 4275 to add those additional 3 positions.
what's the new ordinance?
The new ordinance number, Mayor, is 4364.
Move
Mayor,
for
I have a
approval,
question.
Mayor.
Second.
Does somebody have a question?
Yes, sir, Mayor, I do.
Go.
Mr. Lerma, in the event that we do get that COP grant that we just approved, would you come back to increase the numbers, or?
No, we're going to hire 5 more new
already-
people. They're all good new people.
The COPS grant, Dr. Ocani, I'm sure is something totally separate and away from this. When the COPS grant is approved, I'm sure we'd have to come back to the City Council to approve the grant, and then increase the number of patrolmen would be during the next budget cycle.
Okay.
At this time, all we're requesting is to amend this ordinance and increase this patrol division from 122 to 125.
Thank you, Mr. Lerma.
We need a motion, we have a motion and a second to approve ordinance 4364, right?
Yes, sir.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Yes, motion carries. Thank you. 4.7,
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. The next item, Spearmore Library will be entering into a 1-year contract with SmartCom for broadband high-speed internet services at 200 megs per second. The monthly total will be $1,129 for a 12-month total of $13,548. Internet services are made available to all Mission residents who visit the library for education, job search, and cultural purposes. The internet services will be acquired from the library's general fund.
I so move, Mayor.
Second.
motion and second to approve or to authorize the purchase. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. 4.8, here comes the big ones.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Council members. Come before you seeking authorization to award bid for the Benson Palm Lift Station construction. On March 14, 2016, City Council authorized staff to solicit bids for the Benson Palm Lift Station construction. The City of Mission has accepted and opened 7 bid responses for this project. Staff recommends awarding base bid of $997,427.73 to Morewell LLC, who is the lowest responsible bidder meeting all specification. And of course, attached, we have the bid tabulation and a letter of recommendation from Meldon and Hunt. Again, staff recommendation is authorization to award bid to Morewell LLC Construction.
For 997?
$997,427.73.
Okay, do we have them? We need a motion to authorize.
Second.
A motion and second that we go ahead and authorize and award the bid to the lowest bid at Palm Benson Lift Station. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Yes, motion carries. You have another? No.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mayor and City Council. I come before you to present item 4.9, authorization to award bid for lift station rehabilitation at Cherry Road and Rio Grande Drive. On March 28, 2016, City Council gave authorization to solicit bids for lift station rehabilitation at Cherry Road and Rio Grande Drive. The City of Mission has accepted and opened 5 bid responses for this project. Staff is recommending awarding bid to Garco Utilities, who is lowest responsible bidder, meeting all specifications in the amount of $192,400. See attached bid tabulation with breakdown totals.
Staff recommendation, award bid to Garco Utilities.
That would be the lowest bid?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for $193,400.
$182,400.
I move for approval. Second.
We have a motion and second to go ahead and award the lowest responsible bidder for the lift station on Cherry and Rio Grande Drive. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries.
Mayor, I also have item 4.10, authorization to award bid for water and sewer line relocation and upgrade project at Inspiration Road. On April 25th, 2016, City Council gave authorization to solicit bids for water and sewer line upgrade and relocation improvements at Inspiration Road. The City of Mission has accepted and opened 8 bid responses for this project. Staff is recommending awarding bid to Texas Cordia Construction, who is the lowest responsible bidder, meeting all specifications in the amount of $1,001,719. See attached bid tabulations with breakdown totals and recommendation letter from South Texas Infrastructure. Staff recommendation, award bid to Texas Cordia Construction.
Okay, we need a motion to approve
Move to approve.
the recommendation.
Second.
We have a motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They're going to do, I'm sorry, they're going to do that project. Is there another project they're doing already?
Yes, we awarded Texas Cordia for the construction from the expressway to Mall 3, to the widening.
So they got the two projects?
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now they're doing the utilities.
Thank you. 411, go ahead,
Thank you.
Mr. Munguia, I'm sorry.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Item 4.11 is the authorization to award bid for Basic, Voluntary Life, AD&D, and LTD. On March 28th of 2016, City Council authorized GEF Financial Group to solicit bids for Basic and Voluntary Life, AD&D, and long-term disability. 3 proposals were submitted. After careful evaluation and assessment, GEF Financial Group is recommending that we award contract to Lincoln Financial Group for the 2016-2017 fiscal year. Staff recommendation is to award contract to Lincoln Financial Group through Ricardo Filisola, GEF Financial Group.
So we need a motion to authorize to award the bid.
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you.
Yes, motion carries. Thank you. 12.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Item 4.12 is staff is seeking authorization to solicit qualifications for property appraisal services. Appraisals will be on an as-needed basis and are required for the purpose of determining fair market values associated with land purchases, for temporary or permanent easement acquisitions, for the construction of improvements, and for right-of-way for road construction. Staff recommendation is the authorization to solicit for qualifications.
So moved, Mayor. Second.
What's the name of the company?
We're going to solicit for qualifications.
We don't have any company yet, Mayor. We're trying
Okay,
to solicit for
authorization
the
to solicit for
qualifications.
qualifications, I'm sorry. We have a motion and second to go ahead and solicit for qualifications for property appraisal service. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries. 413.
Yes, sir. 413 is a authorization to staff is seeking for solicit qualifications for land surveying services. The survey will be on an as-needed basis to include topography, boundary, platting, preliminary, and all necessary surveying tasks as specified by the city. Staff recommendation is authorization of solicit for qualifications.
We need a motion to authorize to solicit for qualifications.
So moved. Second.
A motion and second to authorize to solicit qualifications for land surveying service. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Against, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor
414.
and Council, yes, sir, we do have item 4.14. This is authorization to ratify emergency expenditures applicable to a disaster declaration. As you are well aware of, on June the 1st, 2016, Mayor Salinas declared state of disaster for the city of Mission,
in accordance with Local Government Code General Exemptions, paragraph 252.022A1 and 2, a procurement made because of public calamity that requires the immediate appropriation of money to relieve the necessity of the municipality's residents or to preserve the property of the municipality, and a procurement necessary to preserve or protect the public health or safety to the municipality's residents. Hence, staff is seeking authorization to ratify emergency expenditures for all disaster recovery efforts.
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion and second to go ahead and approve and verify emergency expenditures. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries.
Thank you.
We have no unfinished business. Do you have any?
Yes, Mayor, I just want to take the opportunity, I know we talked about, thanking the volunteers and the agencies that were out there, but certainly I want to express our gratitude to all the directors, all the city employees who were out there on the day of the storm in the last 2 weeks, who have put in a lot of time and effort in trying to bring the residents back to their regular living conditions. I know there's been a lot of work out there, but we appreciate all their efforts. At the same time, I want to take the opportunity to mention that as of yesterday, Saturday, we received notice that President Obama signed the Declaration of Disaster, and so FEMA is moving forward to bringing relief to the county of Hidalgo. I know that our staff just had a meeting earlier today. We're going to be setting up for the next 6 weeks a location so FEMA can be housed here in the city of Mission to be able to assist our residents in the affected area. So within the next 6 weeks, we're going to be working very closely with them. We're going to be setting out the location and the times where we're setting up shop with FEMA, and we're going to be putting out that through the media and through our media relations as well, so we can notify the public and be able to assist them.
We'll go ahead and echo the same sentiments. All our volunteers did a wonderful job. I was very impressed with them. We now go into executive session.
Mayor, I move that we go into executive session pursuant to VTCA Government Code Section 551.001.
Second.
A motion and second to go into executive session. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. So we do go into executive session.
It's a possibility, that's why I'm taking it.
Let's go ahead and reconvene.
So moved. Second.
A motion and second to reconvene. All those in favor
Aye.
signify by saying aye. We have four partials here. Can you go ahead and go over them?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. On item 7.1A, if the council wishes to take action, we would need a motion to approve resolution number 1457, waiving the priority right to purchase the northeast corner of U.S. Expressway 83 and Bryan Road in TxDOT.
We did a motion to
Move for approval.
this is to
Second.
not to purchase any of those available property there.
That's correct, Mayor.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries.
Item 7.1B, if the council wishes to take action, we would need a motion to approve resolution number 1458, authorizing mayor and city manager to negotiate and purchase the interest in land out of Lot 26, Goodwin Tract Subdivision Number 3, also known as Parcel 74, in the Hidalgo County Irrigation District Number 6, for the public purpose of completing Inspiration Road Improvement Project.
So move, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion and second to authorize the city manager and the mayor to go ahead and negotiate the price, or authorize to buy. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion carries.
Mayor, if I may, I'd like to go back to 7.1A. I just want clarification. It's on the southwest corner that the city is moving forward in purchasing
Yes.
that property. It's the northeast corner that the city is not going to be interested in purchasing the property.
That's correct. And just for clarification, the motion is for approval of the resolution that waives the right to purchase. So
Yes.
So the northeast corner will not be purchased by the city of Mission,
Correct, but we're
correct?
not waiving the purchase of the southwest corner, correct?
That's correct.
All right. Thank you.
7.1D?
7.1D, or, no, actually 7.1C,
C?
Mr. Mayor, if the council wishes to take action, we would need a motion to approve resolution number 1459, accepting the bid as submitted, and further authorize the mayor to execute all tax resale deeds conveying the approved property.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
The motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Yes, motion carries.
7.1D, Mayor, if the council wishes to take action, we would need a motion to approve resolution number 1460, authorizing city manager to partially release mowing liens to the extent that they are attached to the land described on Exhibit A of the resolution.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
The motion is second to go ahead and authorize the resolution. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Yes, motion carries. That's it?
Yes, sir.
We move.
Motion to adjourn.
Mayor.
We have a
Second.
motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 We adjourn.